We're now going to show you how to set up and make use of our new mobile application on an Android-based phone. You'll notice that most Android-based phones have a web icon for your browser. So you'll start by clicking on the web icon. What you'll then want to do is come to our main website, which is virtualfleetsupervisor.com. So we'll choose that option here. Normally on a regular computer, it would actually bring up our full website. But when you navigate to our website from a mobile phone, it will actually give you two options first. One option would be to visit the full website, and then the other option would be to log into our new mobile application. What we'll want to do is click on the top option. Now, this will bring up the login screen for our mobile application. Most people have become accustomed to downloading apps from the Android market, and so we want to be similar and kind of emulate that same action. So what you'll want to do is come down to your settings at the bottom of the screen, usually click on More. That may be a little different setup depending on the Android-based phone that you have, but you'll want to click on Add Shortcut to Home. To show you here as an example, if you come back to our home screen, you'll notice that now there's an icon. So if we want, instead of having to open up the browser and save it as a bookmark, the bookmark essentially has its own icon. When we do come to the screen, we'll click on Login once we supply our login information, the same login information that we would when we log into a regular computer. You'll have two options. We can view all of the current locations of each of our vehicles. We also can load all of the stops from the past 24 hours. We'll click on Current Locations to look at that option first. We have three more options. We can view all our vehicles, we can view them in groups, or we can search for a particular vehicle. In this case, we're going to view all. And you'll notice when we pull up the screen that there's actually three groups available to us: Supervisor group, the Service group, and Sales. There's no vehicles in the Supervisor group. We have one in Service and two in Sales. Obviously, some accounts and some clients have many vehicles, so you'll need to scroll down the screen if you have many vehicles. You'll also maybe want to use the Search by Groups option instead. You have two options from here. You can view all of your vehicles at one time on a map. This map will place all of the vehicles. You'll see the icons matched up with A, B, C up until whatever level you need, such that all of your vehicles are on one map. Or if you prefer, click the back button and you can look at individual vehicles and their locations. So we'll look at Rachel Reynolds for a moment here. When we look at Rachel Reynolds, if we're not able to see exactly the location of that vehicle, you have the option of zooming in and zooming out. So we'll zoom in, and we can continue to zoom in until we get to the desired view level that we're looking for. We also can continue to refresh the screen if we prefer. So that is how you use the current location view. Now let's look at the stops report. When we click on the stops report, once again, like the current locations, we have three options. We can view all the devices, search for them by groups, or search for an individual vehicle. In this case, we're going to search by groups just to show another way. So we'll click on the Groups button. Now we're going to see the three vehicle groups that we have here. In this case, we'll click on Sales. So this will show us two vehicles. We'll click on Dan Dempsey this time. Once we click on Dan Dempsey, this will show us all of the locations and all the stops that this vehicle has had over the past 24 hours. If we want, we can then click on the link for an individual vehicle, an individual stop, and that will take us to wherever that stop location was. So as you can tell from here, once again, kind of like the current location, we can zoom in and zoom out on that actual location. That concludes the whole demonstration and setup of our new mobile application. We look forward to having you try it out.